They've actually done 2 studies on sex. One was in England, that the more sex men have, the longer they live. It doesn't matter if it's with their wife or themselves. And there was a study that said the more women enjoy sex, the longer they live. That's the old problem between quality and quantity that I'm not going to answer. Hormones. Menopause is probably the #1 overlooked condition in the United States of America. And I'll show you why. Here's a man's sex hormones, which go down very, very, very slowly to the point that he may not even notice it. And if you throw in a couple of Viagra, a 65-year-old man can feel like he's 35. And here's the woman's hormones that fall down off a cliff and end up causing all kinds of problems that medicine basically ignored, because medicine is still mostly run by men. So Clint Eastwood is one of my heroes, Dirty Harry. He kills a lot of bad guys. This movie, Heartbreak Ridge, was where he was a retired Marine and he was trying to figure out women. So he had a whole stack of magazines, Cosmo magazines, to try to figure out women. So I decided I would do the same thing. So the New York Times had an article saying this book, All Fours, was the best book ever written about perimenopause. And I said, what's perimenopause? I never heard of that. So I read the book and now I know what perimenopause is. I recommend the book, although this is not the kind of book you read to your kids or even your husband before you go to bed. And I called up Alexandra Cohn, who's interested in starting some clinics about menopause, and she told me to read How to Menopause. So women live longer, but they have a higher risk of Alzheimer's. It appears that you try to soak the estrogen out of the brain where it's needed. Estrogen in women is linked to a useful immune system clock. New organ clock support the anti-aging benefits of estrogen for postmenopausal women. So this was in the New England Journal a couple of weeks ago. Apparently, some kinds of cancer treatments, you have to take hormones and mimic menopause and mimic the side effects of menopause. So there's a new medicine, I don't know how to say it, Elinzanetant, Elinzanetant, which is a receptor antagonist. And in 50% of the people, the symptoms went away from the hormones. So we may actually, for the first time, along with hormones, have a medication for menopausal symptoms that doesn't have any effect on heart disease or cancer.